ABA helps athletes make smarter decisions, from development to recruiting to the next level. We want you to focus on playing and studying. Let us take care of the rest. Not every path is the same. Come, let's sit down and talk and figure out what makes the most sense for you. How you doing? My name is Marshawn Denny. I'm here with Advancement Basketball Agency, ABA. Just wanted to kind of introduce myself, get more about my background as an athlete, as a coach, and what we're trying to do here on the basketball side. I am a former Division II collegiate athlete. Growing up, I played basketball and softball in high school. Was actually a part of a 2005 basketball state championship with my basketball team. So it's almost 20 years now. I actually had a chance to continue working with some of those people from that team, filming a documentary about the state championship that I'm excited about that should be coming out pretty soon. I was able to get a scholarship to a Division II school in New Jersey called Georgian Court University, where I was not only on a basketball team, I was a member of SAC, the Student Athletic Advisory Committee, worked in the athletic department during events, games, as a tournament manager. I really just kind of built out a relationship there. From there, I transitioned into working in the university settings, first in career services. I worked in admissions before ultimately landing in financial aid. And I worked in financial aid for about 4 to 5 years after school. After I graduated from school, one of the biggest things that kind of pathway in my journey kind of taught me is just the importance of having mentors, having guidance, having people who really care about you and are invested in you and how far that can take you. I definitely had a strong village, whether it was my mother, my grandparents, my aunts, my coaches. They played a big role in always believing in me, always encouraging me, helping me in any way that they could. And it really benefited me in the long run. After I transitioned from financial aid, there was a few years where I worked in parks and recreation. So I had a chance to work for the city parks and recreation department, had a chance to work with the Boys and Girls Club, and ultimately started my own basketball organization called Outwork Basketball. And it was based out of Austin. Started with a really small team. One of my friends was coaching at the time, somebody who I played basketball with, and wanted to kind of keep the girls going. And so we decided to kind of start a team, but from there, it grew really, really quickly. We had over 100 kids. We had over 10 teams, had to hire coaches, had a few 6-figure years where we really were making a big impact in those kids' lives. And so I think during that, one of the biggest things were giving them life lessons and tools to develop outside of basketball. And so some of the things we did included community service. We would set up events where we would go out and feed those in need. We would volunteer at the Children's Hospital, did food drives and clothing drives. That was something we were really big on, and the kids really started to embrace themselves. And I think it was really cool for them to see themselves be able to help someone else and be a blessing to other people. We also focus on education. We would bring in tutors to help the kids. We would also take the kids on college visits, sit down and help them fill out college applications, anything that they needed when it came to education. Really wanted to highlight that everything outside of basketball and just being leaders on and off the court. And so we'd have leaders in the community from various industries, whether it was finance, whether it was tech, startup, teachers. We'd have people come in and talk about career pathways. We have them come in and talk about different life leadership lessons. And that was something I was really, really big on. And so I'm really glad I had an opportunity to do that. Where I am now, I'm still actively training athletes, anywhere from 6 years old through college level athletes. And that's something I really enjoy, is being able to kind of work with the athlete on where they are, understand their goals, understand what they're trying to do, and be able to really kind of help with their development and really kind of key in on some things and see that growth over the course of a few sessions. Beyond that, I am also the JV assistant basketball coach at Renaissance High School, and just had a really good year working with the kids this year. We have gone undefeated. We won our JV championship, and so it's been really nice to kind of be back in the mix at my old high school, my alma mater, especially with it being 20 years since we graduated and we won a state championship. It's kind of been a full circle moment for me, and so I really, really appreciate that. So I think for me, my journey, everything ties in. I didn't understand it then, but I do now. Me always being in positions to work with youth and be a mentor and give back like others gave back to me. My background in education and higher education in financial aid, I think has been something that has been helpful to so many of the youth that I've come across, being able to advise them and guide them. And then also being able to help them transition into other opportunities outside of basketball, whether that's NIL deals, whether that's branding, social media. My background beyond that has been in operations, tech, and startup. And so I have a lot of tools that I can share with them then. And all of those things, all of those intangibles that I bring are part of the reason that I'm here today working with ABA. Some of the things that I hope to be able to work with you, your families, your athletes on. Looking forward to it.